Chris here, and in this video I'm taking a look at Eufy Security's SoloCam S40. It is a 2K security camera, completely wireless, super easy to set up, so it runs on solar panel and a built-in battery. It also does have an IP67 weatherproof rating, two-way communication via a built-in microphone and loudspeaker, and it does have a 600 lumens spotlight. The camera can just record humans, as it does have AI to only pick up and just start to record humans instead of your pets, animals, or cars driving by in the street. And to point out that this is a sponsored video from me, so it's not a review. I'll just be unboxing this, a little bit of setup, and show you some sample footage. Here is the SoloCam S40. I'll go over the design and the build quality of that shortly. You'll find under here, we then have a bit of paperwork that's inside this little pouch. Now they include a quick start guide. There we go. And you get this, a sticker, so 24/7 monitoring by Eufy Security. And this is just a little question card there, and camera mounting screw positioning card there for us. And here you will find the base for it. So this is how to mount it, and they've included here a cable. So it uses Type-C. You can fully charge it up first, which does take a few hours, but that way you know that the battery's full and it's going to be working straight away for you. So we've got our screws there, and this here is the base that it will screw into. So you screw it onto the back there, and that is where you mount it. This is made out of metal, the bracket. Build quality of the SoloCam S40 here is very good. So it has this ABS style plastic around it and very good finish to it. And it's quite a small compact size, as you can see. Now it has an IP67 weather resistance rating. There's this little rubber gasket that goes over where the button is here. So you use that to sync it up with the application first, and then it will connect up to your 2.5G wireless. So that's the mounting point right there to mount it, of course, with that bracket I showed you before. That's just part of it that you screw onto the back there, and then you can adjust the angle you want it. But I'll show you that when I install it. Type-C right there for charging it, so it does take a few hours to initially first charge it. The battery will last up to 4 months, and then the solar panel on the top, that is of course going to be powering it during the day when it is in the sun, and then when the sun goes down, of course, it continues on with the battery, and the solar panel will top up that battery too in turn. So on the other side, you just got the 2K Eufy Security there again. Down the bottom here is our loudspeaker. So with the camera, there's a microphone there, and with that loudspeaker, you can have two-way communication. We do have an ambient light sensor around the sides here, so either side is where we're going to have that 600 lumen spotlight, and then the 2K camera right there with a 140 degree field of view. So I found my mounting point, which is ideal. It's going to be pointing at the front door here, so I can monitor anyone that comes to the front door, rings, delivery drivers, etc. And it should be about 2 to 3 meters the height of it, which this is approximately 2 meters or slightly over. And in the sun, that's important. So you want it to get, of course, the sunlight so it can run off solar power and later slowly charge up that battery when needed. And I do have my cat here, Vera, who's going to be supervising and helping me with this job. And for this job, I need to hunt and find my masonry drill bit and use, of course, this, which is the hammer drill mode. So I've got my 3 holes there, and it was very easy to do because this is a very soft material that this brick is made out of, so it wasn't that hard. And just a matter now of screwing this bracket into place and then mounting the camera. That's now done, so I just need to screw in now the end of the mount there and the camera itself onto the end here, and find the optimal angle for the viewing distance, but also an angle that is going to get the sun, of course. Which for me is about here. That way it's still getting plenty of sun there and there's nothing that's covering it. And I do get a good view of the front gate here and a little bit of the street. And here is our application. This is called Eufy Security. So you get it from iOS, the App Store, and then Google Play Store as well, which I'm running right here is the Android version. So it's very straightforward, easy to use, and right here you can see that I've got the different cameras. So there's another one here that I currently have, so any other Eufy cameras you've got will be listed here. We've got the devices, which is the current view, events, which records the little clips, it sends you the notifications as well, and you can see all of that, security, and you can tap this to go into the live view. So tapping in the middle there, I can now have a look at that front camera. I can currently hear audio from the microphone. I can hear birds chirping away. And you've got these options here. So you can record a video clip. You can see the connection speed. We've got the speaker. And tap and hold. I can then talk to whoever's on the other side if someone happened to be waiting there at the front gate. So it is straightforward. And I'll just show you the settings we do have now. There's quite a lot, so I won't go into everything. You can see there the SoloCam S40 battery life. And this would actually show charging if the sun was out, but it's not at the moment. It's starting, well, sunset right now. So you've got an option there to disable the LED. I keep it off. I don't think it needs to be on all the time. The watermark, night vision modes there too. So you've got color vision mode or the infrared black and white if you wanted that. Our spotlight settings. So it does have that 600 lumens light there, and you can adjust the white balance of those LEDs either side of it and the brightness, which is handy. Motion detection. So I've got it set to humans only. That's what I prefer. Otherwise, it's going to be recording a lot of clips of people's cars going past, or just a stray dog or a cat walking around, or my own cat. So that's why I keep it just onto humans. But you can adjust the sensitivity of it and all of that right there, even including activity zones with it. Power management. So normally you would keep it on optimal battery life, which is just a 20-second clip. But I have it set to 60. That's because I was recording this video here, and I probably put it on to 20 later on. But it gets plenty of sun, so I don't think I'm going to run into any problems with the battery life, which, by the way, should last for up to about 4 months or so, that battery. So it's very good. Now you've got other settings in here like the audio settings, notifications, video quality. I keep that on high there. I just want the best quality, of course. I think most people would probably have that on high. And the storage. So local storage, and it is 8 gigabytes. And it will take a very long time to fill up with only just those short clips that it's taking of any activity when it does detect humans, that is, the way I currently have it configured right here. So you can see that we've got a few other different options in there, so I won't go into those. It's pretty straightforward. It has a very clear mounting guide too, by the way, which was very handy, and the setup of this whole camera here, solar camera. And I just go now to show you the events. So it records when it saw someone out the front of my place here. You can see that there is a car there, someone getting into a car, and I can even hear the audio. So if I did end up wanting to keep this clip, then I simply need to just tap here to download it. You can share it as well or delete it, but it will rotate the video. So eventually once the memory starts to fill up, it will then start overwriting the very old clips there. So you don't have to go through deleting everything. And you can see all of those events over the day. A lot of the time I've been triggering it off myself, which is that camera that I just installed, and then the other one I have in my front yard. So it's a very straightforward app, and you use the application also here to get firmware updates. And what can we expect quality-wise out of it? So this footage right now is, of course, being recorded on the SoloCam S40, and the microphone, that is the one that's built into it. Remember, it does have a loudspeaker, so you can have two-way conversations. Imagine a alert is on your mobile phone that someone's at your gate or your front door. You can talk to them through that with the speaker and the microphone. So I've got it set up to detect only humans and start recording the clips. So any cat or dog or even a car that goes past here will not be triggering it, and it won't be recording that. So it's using AI to detect human faces, and that is when it starts to record. So let's have a look now at low light performance on the SoloCam S40. I have the colored night vision mode enabled. That's why it doesn't look just the black and white you'd normally see with just the infrared mode, which is an option we can use to save on battery. So if you don't want the battery to drain down using the night mode with the 600 lumen lights, you can use that instead. Now those lights, 600 lumens, LEDs that you can adjust the color on, you can see are actually doing a pretty good job here of lighting up the surrounding area. In fact, much better than I thought they would. Now it was very easy to set up the SoloCam S40. It is simply just 3 screws. You mount it, get it into the position, and you can look at the live view with the app and to find out the perfect kind of angle there for it. So really, this only needs 3 things, and that is a good position that has sun, and then you don't want to be somewhere where it's not going to get enough sunlight. Eventually that battery will finally run out after quite a few months of recording because it's not able to top itself up. And then you need to be in the range of your Wi-Fi router. So that might be a difficult one for some people who want to put this, say, quite a way away from your house. and your wireless might not be able to make it there. I'm lucky because I've got a powerful Wi-Fi router and a Zeus one that makes it, well, just beyond my actual gate, so not a problem. In fact, it's showing that I've got full signal strength there, which is good. So very handy features built into it. I like the fact that it can detect just humans, only record human traffic. So when a delivery driver comes or anyone comes to that front door, it will alert me. If you do want the notification, that is, you don't have to have them, of course. It will record that. It won't be recording cats walking past the front or dogs or cars, traffic going past all the time. It would constantly be recording, so that would be very annoying. And I haven't had any problems with it accidentally recording cars or anything with that AI tracking feature on. That is two-way communication. I can see that sometimes being handy. If there is someone there and I get an alert and perhaps a courier driver calls me or something, you can simply tell them, hey, can you pop the package, if it's not something that's going to be damaged, just throw it over the fence or drop it over the gate there for me. Then they could do that. And the footage itself seems pretty standard for your security camera footage. Although being a 2K resolution, it is a lot sharper than some of the other models out there. I know a lot of them are only, of course, 1080p and not quite as good. Low light footage is as expected, and it is great that it does have the 600 lumen light built into it to help light everything right up there. So there we go. That is Eufy Security's SoloCam S40. Thank you so much for watching this video from me. I do hope to see you back in the next one.